So I want to talk for a second about toxic masculinity, and specifically, I want to talk about the idea of men not showing their emotions. So first I want to give an analogy, and then I want to play a video for you. I want you to imagine, if you will, that you are in a room by yourself. And then something happens. Let's say you're moving a book, okay? You drop a book on your foot. What is your reaction? Your reaction might be to scream when you feel the pain from the book dropping on your foot, right? But why is that? I want you to consider that the reason you would scream is because when you scream, you make a loud noise that alerts other people to the fact that something is wrong with you. It allows people to notice and come to render aid. So if you're in a room by yourself and something like that happens, do you scream out loud? I would suggest that if you do scream out loud, that is probably because you have some expectation that someone will come help you. Now, how does this relate to toxic masculinity? It's common for people to suggest that somehow men get in a circle, or dads pull sons aside and they tell them, hey, never show your emotions, never cry, never do this, never do that, because you'll be a woman, or you're less of a man if you show your emotions. And I want to suggest to you the possibility that that's not actually the case. What if it's simply the case that as a man, you are conditioned from a young age that whether or not you show your emotions, no one's coming to help you. And you just stop showing them. In the same way that if you're in a room by yourself and you drop a book on your foot and you know there's no one around, what's the point of screaming? No one's coming. So why scream? If you're a man, no one's coming. So why cry? Why show an emotion? If a woman starts crying, people come to render aid. If a man starts crying, no one is coming. So there's no reason to cry. And I want you to go forward considering that maybe what you consider toxic is not a result of the masculinity, but it's a result of the toxic environment that men grow up in.
Oh, yes. Ron.
Ma'am.
These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Lockridge versus Tidwell, when it comes to 10-month-old King Tidwell, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Tidwell, you are not his father.
Are you kidding me?
Messed up, man.
I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
From the bottom of my broken heart, Wallace Tidwell, I'm sorry. And to your whole family, I apologize. I have no idea who his dad is at this point.
We knew that.
I'm sorry, but I didn't sleep.
It's okay. Calm easy. Oh, dude.
Oh, Ron, get her.
Oh, boy.
All right.
I knew it. I knew it.
Good fireman.
Okay.
Gianna, calm down, babe. It's okay. We're all here. We're all here.
Juliana, I'm here with you. I'm not gonna leave you. Okay?
Let it out.
Calm down.
It's okay. Okay. All right. Let it out. Let it out.
Just sit down, honey. It's okay. It's okay.
I just want to talk bad about it.
We handle very serious issues in this courtroom. And I think what we all witnessed today is she truly believed that, Mr. Tidwell, you were her child's father. The truth, sometimes it breaks us down. And we need a minute to process it. And she needs a minute.
Yes.
She's with Dr. Jeff Gardier, and he is going to take good care of her.
I'm not going to shun her out. We love this baby.
I really appreciate it, Mom. Are you okay, sir? Are you all right?
Not really.
What are you feeling in this moment? We have resources and counseling for you. We want you to take advantage of it, and we want to help you get through it. But I'm happy that you know the truth. I am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court is adjourned.
Now, what I want you to notice about that video I just showed you, no one came for that man. That man's own mother immediately acted to render aid to the woman. That man is standing there crying. Notice he doesn't make a sound, but the woman is sobbing. He knows no one's coming. He watched his own mother go to that woman. She went to that woman, she held that woman's hand, and all she did was put her arm around him as if she just expected him to be okay. She walked away from him to render aid to the woman who's not a relative. They gave that woman counseling services. They hooked her up with a doctor. Right away. They hooked her up with a doctor right away. And then, and only once they were done with her, did they even acknowledge him. And look at his reaction when they said, oh, we have counseling services and blah, blah, blah. He looked at them and he shook his head. He said, what's the point? No one's gonna help. Look at what he just went through. His mother walked away. The bailiff immediately goes to this woman. Everyone went to her. And he watched it all happen. And only after that did they look at him and say, well, your feelings probably matter too. What's a man supposed to do with that? Do you see why a man might exist in this society feeling like there's no point in showing his emotions? Or do you still consider that to be toxic?